Islam hates us. These were the words uttered by the President of the United States on March 9th, 2016. On March 15th, 2019, 50 innocent Muslim men, women, and children were butchered by a white supremacist with a semi-automatic weapon in New Zealand. Words have consequences. I'm the son of a Pakistani-American father and a Cuban-Italian-American mother, and I'm Muslim. And I'm tired. I'm tired of living timidly. I'm tired of seeing a religion with 1.8 billion adherents being tarred and feathered by rampant Islamophobia. I was born into a post-9/11 world. That horrific tragedy, overnight, turned well-assimilated Muslims living in this country into the other and the dangerous. But I know that America is better than that. My grandfather, my Muslim grandfather, came to this country because America is that city shining on the hill. Our respect for truth and justice is known all over the world. But when false narratives are propagated by media and demagoguery, we begin to judge a religion and all of its followers unfairly. Suddenly, the deeds of a tiny minority give us license to brand an entire religion as one of violent terrorists. But I am an American. I am you just as much as all of you are me. And I want to make sure that the America I know and love treats Muslims with justice. Here, at Brophy College Preparatory, religion is celebrated. It is ingrained in our very philosophy. We are taught and guided through contemplation to be meant for others, because that is such a central theme to Christianity. I admire Brophy's celebration of Christianity because it is central to its mission and to its constitution, and no one should consider such a celebration dangerous. Muslims too follow a faith that celebrates the oneness with God, the Abrahamic prophets, and the principles of charity. But too often, those guided by hate speech and lies view my faith and my God, Allah, as foreign and evil. Well, Allah is simply the Arabic word for God, and Arab Jews would refer to their God as Allah, and so would Arab Christians. I remember once in first grade, my teacher brought us Rice Krispie treats made with marshmallows. All the kids started eating the treats, but I sat at my table alone and didn't touch mine. My teacher and my classmates asked me, why not? I puffed up my chest proudly and told them that marshmallows are made from pork, and as a Muslim, I can't eat pork products. I sat there, not angry or jealous of them, but instead proud of my religion and its principles which guided me. Today, instead of puffing up my chest when asked what my religion is, I feel awkward and I feel fearful. Why? Well, 6th grade, my first year in Arizona, was a rude awakening. I was marginalized and singled out by classmates at a charter school who were high on the rhetoric of Islamophobia. After a year of sitting alone at lunch, right next to the teacher's lounge where my favorite teachers would pass me by every single day, with both caring and pitying faces, I had lost what previously defined me. Their words, like batons, literally beat it out of me. I switched to another school the next year, and my parents, heartbroken by my experience, told me to tell my new classmates that I was agnostic. And on the first day of that new school, I took on a new identity from the outside. Inside, I was still Muslim, and I still loved God, but to them, I doubted his very existence. When I made friends who liked me for me, and did not judge me prematurely based on my religion, I told them that I was Muslim, and I was finally well received. This is because they knew who I really was. I wasn't defined by stereotypes. I wasn't a terrorist who had it out for the United States. I didn't belong to a family where my mother and my sister were oppressed. Still, after 6th grade, I have never felt truly comfortable telling others that I'm Muslim. Since coming to Brophy, Ramadan, the month when Muslims fast, reflect, and strengthen their faith, has fallen during the same month as summer school. Often, kids would ask me why I wasn't eating or drinking, and I would simply tell them, I'm not hungry or I'm not thirsty. I would refrain from telling them that I was fulfilling my religious obligation through fasting in fear of them judging me, or worse, repeating what happened in 6th grade. Today, as I speak before you all, I am making great strides in how open I am with my faith. I'm not good at public speaking, and as I've told you all, my life experiences leave me uncomfortable talking about my faith. But something tragic happened recently that has pushed me to finally do this. 2 Fridays ago, a gunman opened fire on 2 mosques in New Zealand and killed 50 innocent Muslims. He live-streamed it and wrote a 73-page manifesto detailing the reasoning behind his terrorism. I, unfortunately, had the experience of watching his video. My eyes welled with tears and widened in horror as he walked into the first mosque so nonchalantly and proceeded to mercilessly massacre defenseless people with a machine gun. He continued to shoot their lifeless bodies long after they were dead, almost as if to mock their passing spirits, almost as if he could not quench his anger. I sat there shocked and without words, with tears streaming down my face. The moments before the shooting were so real to me. They were so relatable because I've lived them countless times before. The moments before Juma prayer on Friday, like those before Catholic Mass on Sunday, are ones of introspective contemplation and connection with God. It is a time filled with community and love, even proven by the shooter's own video when a Muslim man greeted him with a salam or hello brother before being brutally murdered in the next second. My heart broke, and it's still broken. The innocents that died in New Zealand could easily have been my mother, my father, or my sister. Their tragedy makes my fear of public speaking or my fear of discussing my faith seem pretty pathetic. I've wondered since this tragedy, has my silence contributed to a culture of bigotry and intolerance? I know I can do better. I know we can all do better. That white supremacist who butchered 50 innocent adherents of my faith did so because of horrible ideas and dangerous rhetoric. Join me today in beginning a more authentic dialogue. We are your neighbors, your community, your friends. The innocent blood that was spilled in New Zealand should not be so utterly senseless. Let us make those 50 lives not be in vain. Let's speak with one another, because words have consequences. Thank you.